I don't even know if I've told you yet, but this year is the year where I dedicate my perfume searches to specific perfume notes like pistachio or vanilla. I know a lot of us love vanilla in our perfumes, but some people like it more green, some more sweet, some more simple, some more complex. I'm somewhere in the middle and I'm just searching right now for a more simple vanilla perfume that lasts, that smells quite elegant but is easy to wear at the same time, not too complex, not too difficult to understand, without just smelling like vanilla extract. Is that too difficult to ask for? It is. So today I have 5 vanilla fragrances for you that I ordered samples of, and we're gonna get through them. Let's start out with one that is by the perfume house Lorenzo Pazzaglia, which I guess is from Italy, and this is called Sugar Kisses. It has been quite hyped up, and I wanted to try a lot of their perfumes. They have one which is called Ecstasy or something like that, a vanilla perfume, but it was very hard to get that one, so I got this one first. This has main accords of sweet vanilla caramel lactonic with notes of, I can smell it right now. It has an unbelievable amount of notes. This has notes of cacao butter, milk, heliotrope, frangipani, orange peel. That's only in the top. In the middle, vanilla, chocolate, coconut, dates, hazelnut, tonka, cacao blossom. And the base has caramel, toffee, vanilla bean, brown sugar, white musk, rum, and benzoin. My mouth is watering. This sounds so good. So good. And this one smells very good. It's very sweet though. Very sweet. You have to like literal gourmands, like edible smelling perfumes to enjoy this. Nothing is perfumey in here. I would say maybe a little bit of the musk in the dry down, but it's to me all about vanilla extract, but a very good one that is not very harsh or alcoholic smelling. And then you have a very dry chocolate with a splash of milk, a splash of coconut to give it this slightly creaminess, but you do get something more powdery, and it's sweet from pretty much everything. It smells like caramel, smells like vanilla, from like tonka, brown sugar, everything that's in here you can definitely smell, but it's like a symphony of those notes. It's quite smooth. It's quite overwhelming, I would say. I saw someone saying like it smells a little bit like a Yankee Candle car freshener, those vanilla types of car fresheners, so that also very edible smelling, like vanilla cookie, something like that. I get it, and I would say it's not for everyone. This is not mass appealing. You, as I said, have to be into vanilla and into very sweet literal gourmands to be able to enjoy this. However, the longevity on my skin at least was quite good. I heard people say that it has a weak performance. On my skin, it did not have a weak performance. So maybe you have to let it sit. It reminds me of Choco Musk by ADDICTIVE, which is very inexpensive. Also, it does lean towards the direction of a Bianco Latte or a Dulce by Rosie Jane, those kinds of vanilla perfumes. But then you have, as I said, the cocoa and other notes woven into it. But I feel like Choco Musk to me is near enough that I don't need it. And I'm looking for something more simple and not as cacao-like and powdery as this one. Then I got my hands on a very exciting perfume. I really wanted to try the perfume of a YouTube colleague on here. Her name is Sharita. I love watching her videos. And she has a collaboration with Navitus Parfum. and her perfume is called Mahni Cassonade. And this is, she said, Navitus' take on a vanilla perfume, because she said they did not have a real standalone vanilla perfume back then. And so she wanted to create that with them. And I think it has very fun notes. It has main accords of sweet vanilla and amber with notes of vanilla ice cream, cashmere and bergamot in the top. In the middle it has toffee, brown sugar, and amberwood. And the base has vanilla caviar, white amber, and musk. So it sounds a little similar to the first one. But the first one has something more cold and powdery to it, almost leaning like a little bit vintagey, and more vanilla extract. This is a little bit more light, but still smells like vanilla extract. I don't really get a lot of the other notes, like the bergamot I don't really get, or amberwood or amber. To me, it's vanilla extract. You get something creamy, so I get like a light and airy vanilla ice cream. And then loads of the toffee, the brown sugar, so it has this caramel drizzle feeling to it, with something light and fluffy in the base, which has to be the musk. It's nice. I like it. I'm not too sure what I'm searching for. I'm just sure that if I smell it, I will know this is what I was searching for. But I don't think it's this. Also, you have to consider the price point. So a lot of those perfumes I'm going to show you today are more simple, but the price point is high. So to me, it just has to like click. And I feel like with this perfume, I have to wear it a couple of times, but I myself would not suggest blind buying this. I think they have samples now, and I think it's a very good idea to sample this perfume if you like simple vanilla perfumes that smell a little bit more light and airy, like a very light vanilla ice cream with a good longevity. It's not a beast, but with those perfumes, I'm also cautious. I want something long lasting, but I don't want something too strong and beast mode like, because then it will go straight into your head, or at least mine. Then I got two classics when it comes to vanilla perfumes, and I got Tihota by Indult, and the other one is called Fire at Will by Jovoy. So let us start with Tihota. This one has the main accords of vanilla, musky, powdery, and sweet. And funnily enough, it was created by Francis Kurkdjian quite a long time ago. I think, 2006. And it only has 2 notes, which is so funny because I'm quite sure it does not just have 2 notes. This is too complex to have just 2 notes, but the notes are vanilla and musk. And I will spray it on my hand because I don't have a lot left. This is very complex to me, actually. At least it's complex in a sense of it always stays simple and it smells like something specific, but on my skin it develops quite a bit. So at first I get something almost like boozy with vanilla, like quite strong vanilla extract, has sometimes this alcohol smell to it. So at first I get this, then it dries down almost like immediately to something very creamy and elegant and perfect. Yeah, it's vanilla and it's musk, but the musk is not the dusty musk. It's just giving this vanilla this lightness, this fluffiness. And then as it dries down, it becomes a little bit more floral almost on my skin, reminding me of a perfume I have tried, and I cannot remember what it was. But I was surprised because 1 minute after I sprayed it, I was like, this is my holy grail. This is my vanilla perfume. I have to get it. It's worth all the hype. But then maybe like 15 minutes later, I got something in the dry down that reminded me of another perfume. And I was like, it's a pity. Why does it smell like something else, and doesn't stay like what I smelled? And a lot of people say it smells like Fire at Will, which I'm gonna review next. And I don't think they smell alike on my skin, at least. A lot of people also say it smells like Escapade Gourmand, which again is quite similar to Bianco Latte. And yes, they are those similar kinds of vanilla perfumes, but the other ones are more caramel forward. And in here, I don't get that. And it's good because I'm not the biggest fan of those very heavy vanilla and caramel combinations. So yeah, a lot of people also say that it smells like Vanilla Musk by Nemad. I have not smelled this one before. It's like a perfume oil I think you can get on Amazon and in Target, I think. But it's beautiful. I will smell this for the rest of the day, and maybe in the evening I will decide on if I want to have a full bottle in my collection. But you can also see it's quite oily. I think the concentration is quite high when it comes to the perfume. And this one is interesting because it's not very loud. It's not very projecting, but the longevity is there and people can smell you, which is quite nice and interesting. And then let's spray the other one on the other hand. This is Fire at Will by Jovoy. And this has the main accords of sweet vanilla powdery with some more notes, but not that much. So this one has top notes of vanilla and mimosa, middle vanilla and brown sugar, and the base notes are amber, musk, and vetiver. So this was interesting because this had the same development as this one, as in it smells quite simple, but also it changes a lot throughout the wear time, and I don't feel like they smell the same. Yes, they are quite light vanilla perfumes, that's what they have in common, but then again, this one is more light and musky and almost like a clean vanilla perfume. This one, as it dries down, I get something more deep and almost a little bit spicy, smoky, reminding me a bit of Lune Féline or something like Baby Cat or By the Fireplace. Nuances of that, not like it, but in the background. It's a little bit like Bianco Latte without the peppermint or Escapade Gourmand, but then you get, as I said, this nuance of smoky spiciness in the background, which is quite nice because those other perfumes are very loud and very strong, and sometimes you don't want that, especially as it gets more warm and you still want to wear your vanilla perfumes. I wanted to have something that is not extremely sweet. Like the first one, Sugar Kisses, is so sweet. I would not get away with wearing this in summertime. But these ones are very like up here, very light and airy, just like Baccarat Rouge, those types of airiness I smell. And I like both of them a lot. I wore it like this, maybe like 3 times already, because I cannot wrap my head around if I have to get full bottles of both of those perfumes. Because vanilla perfumes are what I tend to wear a lot of times. It comforts me, and it's hard to decide on because they are both very beautiful, very well made, and not something extraordinary, but so perfectly made in their own way. And the last one for today is looking very, very dark. So buckle up because this is Spiriteuse Double Vanille by Guerlain. It's from their more refined collection, the Arts and Materials collection. And this one has main accords of vanilla, amber, warm, spicy. And there are a lot of other notes in here. You have in the top incense, pink pepper, bergamot. In the middle we have cedar, ylang ylang, rose, and jasmine. And the base has vanilla and benzoin. And I can spray it on here because my hands are full already. But this one is so hyped up. So many people say this is the most perfect vanilla scent, so I had to get a proper sample of it because I have tested it in stores, but it's not the proper way for me to experience those perfumes. And this one is beautiful. I mean, Guerlain and Vanillas are just a match made in heaven. So good, so refined, so smooth. And all of the perfumes have something in common, so you get this collection vibe. I get it. I have Angélique Noire, and I have something in here that reminds me of Angélique Noire. I have a big decant of Cuir Beluga, which also reminds me of it, or Tonka Imperial. All of them have this common DNA, which is beautiful. It's elegant. All of them are quite creamy, and it's so good, but it's not what I was looking for. These are your very light and airy, everyday vanilla scents that you can also layer, I think, beautifully with any other perfume. Oh my God. I think I have to get both of those. But this one also is incredible, but I would not say it's like a vanilla perfume. I mean, it's called Spiriteuse Double Vanille, but I don't know. To me, it's a boozy vanilla with a lot of incense. And the incense almost makes it quite fresh and cold, and of course a little bit smoky. But then you have the vanilla and the benzoin making it more creamy, more sweet, but it's not like a very sweet gourmand scent because you have so many contrasting notes. You get this pepperiness, almost like making you want to sneeze. Then you have the florals making it a little bit more perfumey and elegant smelling. It's so beautiful. I've hardly ever smelled anything like it. I mean, a lot of people say that there is this Mercedes perfume, which you can get here in every perfumery. It's called Club Black, I think. I don't think it smells like it. Maybe it smelled like that years ago, but the one I smelled, the current one, no, it doesn't smell like it. This is almost boozy. It almost has something like rum or something like that in here. It's beautiful. I think this will be the perfect vanilla scent to wear throughout fall and winter time. And this is also, just like any other Guerlain perfume from this collection, not like a very loud perfume, but it does have longevity and you can smell yourself, which is the most important thing to me. This was a very beautiful video for me to film, very exciting, very successful, because I think I prefer the Tihota Indult, but I also like this one a lot. But I think this will be the one I will reach for right now more, but both of them are nice. And I think the Spiriteuse Double Vanille has to move into my collection when fall comes because, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Let me know if you've tried any of those perfumes. What do you think about them? How do they perform on your skin? Do you have any of those in your collection? Let me know, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!